You won't believe what just dropped, but trust me, this one hits differently. We're peeling back the curtain on Nancy Pelosi and her family's jaw-dropping gains from stock trades that outperform Wall Street pros by a mile. For years, critics whispered about possible insider access. Now, the story you've only half heard is exploding into headlines. Welcome back to American Info, your go-to for political exposés and hard-hitting truth. What happened next will shock you, and that's the reveal we've been building toward. Nancy Pelosi may claim she doesn't own a single stock, but her husband Paul Pelosi apparently speaks a different financial language. In 2024 alone, reports show their family portfolio returned a staggering 54%, outperforming the S&P 500 and even top hedge funds. That's not luck, that's optics. Here's the scoop. Paul sold $500,000 worth of Visa stock just weeks before the DOJ slapped the company with a sweeping antitrust lawsuit. That move, among others, has raised serious ethical red flags. Critics say it reeks of inside information. This isn't old history, it's now. New Stock Act disclosures and congressional oversight have sparked broad outrage. A House Ethics Committee just flagged another case involving insider behavior. And lawmakers are finally taking action. Here's what's really going on. The Preventing Elected Leaders from Owning Securities Act, or the PELOSI Act, is now back in play, with serious bipartisan momentum. Senators Hawley and others are pushing for a full ban on members of Congress or their families trading individual stocks while in office. Now, why does this matter to you? First, it eats away at public trust. When a few elite insiders earn millions from well-timed market moves, while ordinary Americans struggle to save, that cynicism spreads. It undermines faith in democracy. Second, this is political weaponization. Trump has publicly said he'd absolutely sign the Pelosi Act into law if it lands on his desk. Both sides are lining up to frame this as a fight for ethical democracy. Third, the optics are impossible to ignore. Apps and ETFs now exist that replicate the Pelosi stock trades, the so-called Pelosi tracker used by over 110,000 retail investors. They're banking off moves they suspect are informed by privileged access. Some defenders argue Paul is just a savvy investor. Pelosi's office maintains that she doesn't control any trades. But the pattern is consistent and profitable, billions on the line, and that's exactly why demand for reform is so urgent. Now ask yourself, should elected officials be allowed to profit privately off market knowledge gained from public service? That's the moment of reckoning. The spotlight's shifting, and Congress can't ignore it any longer. Stay tuned, because we're tracking developments on the Pelosi Act, enforcement actions, public testimonies, and more. If these insider trading hearings go national, American Info will be on the front line with every explosive update. Today's takeaway: this scandal isn't just about one politician, it's about trust in the entire system. And with bipartisan support behind reform, the end of political profiteering may be closer than you think. That's today's important update from American Info. Our videos are focused on delivering verified news and analysis you won't see elsewhere. If you found this story compelling, please like, share, and comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to American Info for more breaking stories like this.